This time of year in Philly, you know what to expect. Cold temps, and we've got them. But the skies are clear tonight at Lincoln Financial Field. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air is Daniels. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. When you look at this defense, they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done.
He's got a man, complete. Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tyquan Thornton with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To the air goes Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Daniels looking to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Throwing now is Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
To throw is Daniels. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 67 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Tyquan Thornton, the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Hey, easy, 63, back. Crowd, let's get him. Hey.
Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Got his man, it's Thornton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyquan Thornton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
The Eagles at 4-10 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Carlos, get it. Carlos, get it.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
73.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Under a minute to go. Clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports.
set. Let's go now. Go.
Now Daniels. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, these two teams met in our nation's capital earlier in the year with the Commanders picking up the win at Northwest Stadium. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. 2nd and 10. Here's Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he gets this to Thornton. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 more yards there and another first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tyquan Thornton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun, Daniels escaping the pressure right. That one is caught by Hunt. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now they can't bring him down. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyquan Thornton on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Daniels looking to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No touchdown. Crowd left Yeti. No touchdown.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey! No touchdown. No touchdown.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
No touchdown. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. No touchdown.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Hey, Silver.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Great. No touchdown.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Hurts now, hoping to make up for that pick 6.
He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A final shot before break. Daniels going deep here for Watkins. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Eagles 31.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First and 10. 48-yard line.
Silver, set.
Looking to throw. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Hurts. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
You want to be involved? You got to pay the price. You know where some froze? Look like a bag of ice. I'm driving a bit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
63.
Here's Hurts to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
And Hurts going to move him around. Barkley is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Alpha.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
To throw is Daniels. That's complete to Baker. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's Daniels. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's right.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And Unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rice. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. In motion left comes Brown.
Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Hey, Silver.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown from 10 yards out. And the Eagles are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now Daniels. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing now is Daniels. Flush to his right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Tiger Swamp, Tiger Swamp. Delta.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Hurts. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hurts escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And that's caught inside the 35. Big yardage that time for Washington, and even 40 yards.
Defensive talk 101. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket, because when that happens, yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 2. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. To the air goes Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Daniels looking to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And now here is another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
And that flag accepted.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He's going to take another shot here. And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
They go play action with Hurts.
His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Amari Barno in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley taking it in from a yard out.
And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Down the left sideline. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Rice, what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that